I broke my back 3 years ago. I wasn't ready to play sports, but I met with Rebound and they helped me get back out to a life that I used to enjoy. So I've been involved with them on a social level, doing things like fishing charters, abseiling down QV1 building for their charity event, and also being part of some of their sports programs as well. I think it's very important for people to hear stories from people in the disability community, what programs are run by Rebound and other companies out there to help deliver the message and get people back out living the life that they'd like to enjoy, either after an injury or if they were born with a condition that doesn't quite give them the same life skills as an able-bodied person. So Rebound's very, very good at being inclusive like that and helping a large range of people from kids all the way through to adults get back into sports. I grew up in Scouts and absolutely loved being outdoors, fishing, camping, doing whatever I could. So when they gave me the opportunity to raise a bit of money for Rebound, I snatched it up and jumped off the face of QV1 and absolutely enjoyed it. Some people find it very hard to, I guess, swallow their pride and go out into public and into a community where you do have people looking at you differently. I think we just need to ignore those people that might look at us differently and just do what you feel comfortable with to start with. But after a while, as things start to become a little bit more comfortable, then you'll notice that you expand a little bit more and you might travel a little bit further, you might see a few more people. Some people struggle to deal with situations like that. I think through talking with people, whether it's a professional counsellor or even just researching more about a disability or a person's condition that you don't understand, even if you do it in your own time rather than walking up to someone and asking a question that they might find confronting or daunting. I think just spreading the word and continuing to talk to people will help break down those barriers and help people deal with their mental problems on a better capacity. A lot of people are stubborn and don't want help. A lot of people do require help, but they don't feel comfortable asking for it. And then there's people that will just do whatever they want to do and ask for help or do their own thing. Me personally, I found it very, very frustrating being pushed around after I'd go to push up the driveway and I'd just be going a little bit slower to start with, obviously because I haven't got good shoulder muscles and I'm still brand new. So my dad would just start pushing me up the driveway, which was very, very frustrating, and we did have a couple of shouting matches over it. And it took a couple of months, but he eventually realised that if I wanted help, I'd ask for help. And I think that goes for asking questions as well. Some people, as I said, I'm an open book, I'm happy to answer any questions. I've had kids come up to me, I've had adults, I've had old people. It really doesn't matter who asks me a question, but I know people that don't like to be spoken to, that don't want to know, they don't want to tell their story because it might have been too traumatic for them.
She was born and yeah, that was 2 months in hospital. So I remember when she was about 2 weeks old, the team getting us together and just saying, you know what, we're actually not sure if Mia is ever going to be able to go home. And they said to us, her condition is extremely rare. We don't know much about it, but we do know that she will make it to her first birthday.
Hi, my name is Margaret, and this is my daughter Mia. Hey Mia. Mia is 8 years old, and she was born with a midline cleft lip and palate, which were later on repaired. She was also later, within the first few weeks, diagnosed with lobar holoprosencephaly, which is a neurological condition. What that means generally is that so instead of her brain dividing into sort of two hemispheres like it should, it's stayed as one. And not much is known about that condition. And generally life expectancy is very low, and capabilities of children like that or people born with it are very small. The thing is, we come from a background, personally I can confidently speak for as a Zimbabwean, is that I come from a background where moving into Australia in my early 30s, I'd never really come across anyone with a disability. I didn't know them. And to then have a child with a disability. I remember my son when he was year 12, and he said to me, "Mom, do you know the coolest thing of having a sister with a disability?" And I was just like, "Oh, I didn't realize it was cool." And he said, "Yeah, Mom, it's because you know what? Now I notice people with disabilities everywhere I go. So, you know, like today there was this man who was what, and I asked him if he needed a hand, and he said yes, please." And he was just amazed that I noticed them in a crowd of thousands of people where people were just brushing past him, and I offered, you know, to pick up and help put his whatever together, and he was just amazed. And he said, "And I saw it because I've got a sister who's disabled." I really think that it would be really wonderful to have a community that's there to support you, and as an African community to get together and especially embrace people with disability. They're seriously marginalized, and I wonder who they have. You know, like Mia has got a mom who advocates like a lioness for her, and I just met a young girl in there who's just lost her mom, and she's just got her brother, and that's all that the family that she has. And I just hope that there's that strong African family community that's there for this little family that's been left behind.
Disability is one of those things that is not really spoken about in our community, and it's seen as like a taboo or something wrong. So I think it's important to have these events to start the conversations and like change people's perspective on how they view disability. The most common one, witchcraft.
Yes.
Let's say it's like witchcraft,
Yeah.
voodoo,
Yeah.
some kind of taboo, like something is wrong.
Yeah.
It's not normal.
Yeah. And I
which
think
is really
it's like
sad.
what we learned today at the event was that most people just, because we don't understand what disability is as a community, we tend to stay away from it. So because it's so misunderstood, it's always something that we pull away from, and we don't surround ourselves with people who are who do or are disabled in our community.
These type of events, how do they help in educating people? Because we just had a basketball game, so that in a way helps in putting people in the shoes of someone in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
So how do you think that helps change perspectives in a way by involving people, especially having them play, like instead of just sitting down and whatever, but having people actually be in a wheelchair to just, you know, experience it firsthand what it is like? Why do you think that's important, especially involving the youth as well?
Yeah. No, I think it worked out really good, because like when you look at the chair, when you sit in it, it doesn't, or when you see people pushing it, it doesn't look as difficult. But when you actually get into it and you try to just push it alone and then try like play ball with, like, it's not as easy as it looks. So I think it was really important, and people left like with a different mindset, kind of, you know, like maybe thinking how other people that actually live in a wheelchair actually they feel. So I think it's definitely a change of mindset, which is really good.
Yeah, and we also had another game as well, which was wearing glasses of people that have maybe cataracts and glaucoma, and I think that kind of, it puts you into the place of someone that does live that way, where it changes your mindset, because people have a certain way that they look at disability and they think, oh, this person is disabled and da 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 da. But then also you need to realize that it's everybody is different. So I think that kind of puts us in the shoes of someone that has a disability, and it helps us to see life through their perspective, and then also that empathy comes back into play.